Hello fans of Marvel Heroes and friends of my channel, my name is Wilfred, and in this episode I would like to do something quite different from what I've done in the past. So usually I would create a guide for the heroes, I'll create guides for new players or for the veterans on some deep analysis on the various areas and so on. I would do some Q&A, just play the game and also randomly talk about what's happening to the game. But today I'd like to just take you behind the scene with me because a lot of you been wondering how I play this game or what do I, how do I get re-engaged back to the heroes after the biggest update ever. Especially relevant to those who've been asking me, is it the right time to come back in? What sort of, chore would you kind of like, expect to do? So I'd like to spend some time, just take you through one heroes. I'm not going to do it for too many heroes because it would be kind of the same thing. A lot of new players come in, welcome to the game, and you probably cannot quite relate to the pain that the veterans are going through in order to play this game. There's so many things that have been changed, and it's fun to do it for one heroes, but if you have to do it for your whole entire roster for that 60 heroes, it get really like tedious. But I'm going to go through it one time, and I hope it'll get for some of you who has been wondering how the infinity system is being assigned, how the hero synergies are being assigned, how do I pick certain gear and so on in real situation. I hope this will be interesting to you, and also I would take my heroes to the curse terminal just to test out, because usually that's what I do, to just test out a heroes after I've sort of like assembled the build and so on. Now, Green Goblin, I don't think is in console, so my apologies in advance if you sort of like don't see in your heroes roster to be unlocked. But I'm very sure in time to come, very soon, they'll just put more heroes in the console, making it more exciting, so as for you to unlock. And you may take this opportunity to see whether you want to unlock Green Goblin as it comes. All right, so now Green Goblin, my build is more like the bombs and more bombs and stuff like that. So usually what I'll do is that after I've logged back in, look at Green Goblin, I take a look at the so-called the art type. Now, art type is strength and speed. Now, what it means if you are just like haven't been logged back into the game after the biggest update ever is that whatever gear you have to align to this one. Of course, you could do something different, but it is just not optimal. The attribute is just kind of not that exciting if you are not into this this whole alignment. So what I do usually is take a look at my gear and see which one I need to sort of like redo and so on. Now, I've cut short the process a little bit just to make this video not too long, otherwise it will be a lot longer. Now, strength and speed. So what happened is I just go down the list. Can I use this one? I could. It's a nice crit, but then +5 fighting for what? I mean, give me a little bit of crit rating multipliers, but it's not a big deal. It multiply whatever rating I have and still have to go through diminishing return. If you are a fighting hero, good news for you, but you are not fighting hero, so this will be useless for Green Goblin. Go to the next one. Now, in a very rare scenario, I actually have an artifact that is strength and speed. So I'm going to keep this one. They'll be quite good for Green Goblin. How about the medallion? Well, it's no longer fighting and stuff like that, so I'm just going to remove this one. No longer useful. This one himself, I mean, he does mainly range power, but it's not durability nor strength, intelligence, so I have to remove this one. Last but not the least, it is the white suit jacket. In the past, I could use it for generic damage as well as health and so on, but now they make it into durability and physical. Now, so that is basically I have to replace everything here. Fortunately, I look into the build itself. I can somewhat do the still do a hybrid, so I can keep this one. I can keep this one, and I likely to keep this one as well. But that is about it. I have to replace all my artifacts and so on. I'll talk a little bit about what artifact to replace, but for those who have been with this game for quite some time, what it really means is that I have to pick a new set of artifacts for Green Goblin. I have to either A, transfer the blessing, and or B, unequip the item as well, because I could actually reuse it for other heroes. So like for example, like this one here, then I may say, well, you know, instead of swapping, because swapping blessing and unequipping cost credit, and credit now is nerfed. You can't really get a lot of credit like in the past. So what it really means is that if I could swap with someone, some heroes in my roster that happens to be able to use this, this artifact better because of fighting now, versus, if that hero also have an artifact that my Green Goblin can use, then I can do a one-to-one swap without having to do unequip and transfer blessing. But I think just to keep you guys sane, and rather than just going through all my roster one by one and say, can I still use this one? Can I still use that one? Kind of thing. I'm not going to subject you guys to all this torture. So I'm just going to waste a little bit of credit just to unequip if I want to, because some of these artifacts are still pretty good, and I'm going to transfer blessing, so I take a double hit on the cost itself. And that's exactly why I said to Gazillion that they are not very friendly to veteran, because they could have done it so much better, like, you know, the cost of transfer as well as the blessing whatnot could have been a lot cheaper, but they don't do that. And on top of that, they nerf the credit. And that's why people are mad. And if you are saying, I'm new, I don't care, I'm having fun, well, good for you. But one day, you will be a veteran. One day, you will have to, you unlock mostly all the heroes, you gear all your heroes, and after that, guess what? Gazillion have a new team, couldn't figure out how they do the programming before, do a new system for you guys, and you have to change everything. All right, so just something to take note of, and I don't think I'm wrong on that one. All right, so now, let's take a look at Green Goblins. So the next thing I will do is that, okay, fine. This is strength speed. How about the archetype? Defense dodge, so it's fine. I could do a movement kind of build. I don't think there's too many changes to the whole thing. So I could do a movement build, or I could do something different, which is more like, kind of like a bombing kind of thing. So I would like to stick with the bombs. And there are a couple of options here. Goblin Spa is also my main spender as well. So the next thing I would like to usually take a look at is that are there many other options when it comes to the kind of main spender. Goblin Spa is one. It can stack up to 5 times and give you kind of like better power damage for the energy, but not for physical. All right. So I was thinking, well, I don't want to use the basic. So what I'll do is that I'll go ahead and do a pumpkin bomb to deal more damage for people who are in the middle. Pumpkin bomb is the one that hit people in the center. I can spam this one as well, so it's rather nice. But if I'm doing raiding, I may consider doing a pure energy build. I do not know. Next here is that impaling boost, not something I'm using. This is the one that does a little bit of movement if I want to play movement, which I don't. Hallucinogenic pumpkin is the one that does confusion. The reason why I did not take it back then was that because of the low DPS. But now what they've done is that they also buff the damage, also buff the vulnerability to all damage over time power. How many damage over time power? We'll take a look later. So that is one option out there. And the next one is that nitro wing clip and stuff like that. So I'm not really into that whole jumping in and out. I mean, I could actually do a wing clip, but I'm not a nitro boost kind of person, which is more like a movement thingy. So I'll go ahead with the hallucinogenic pumpkin. Then what it really means is that I have to sacrifice some power, because now no longer I can do a hot bar dancing. So I have to. I probably do not want to use the rocket barrage. By the way, my wife is cooking right now, so apologies if the sound kind of get annoyed. Yeah, I'm really hungry right now, so I'm going to use this one. I always like confused, because sometimes when with harder content, it is useful. All right. Next bit is that I can nitro boost is not something I like, so they couple that with rocket barrage. Last time I could use the rocket barrage as a layer, but I don't now. And the next bit is the wing clip, because I don't do wing clip anymore, because wing clip you have to use it with the nitro boost, and then after that with the rocket barrage. So basically they tie all these three together in a sense. Then what can I do? Well, Sonic Toad is a good option. Now it does more damage. Summon 9 extra Toads. So I would like to have that, and you have more Toads is always very welcoming. See, there are 9 of them. See, all these like, remind me of the Screw Girl last time, the Saboteur thingy. So that's good. Next bit, Goblin Supply, gain following effect. Then, I don't really fancy the Oscorp laser. It move in a very strange way. You have to kind of like move, very strange way. And the big one, gain a effect of the vulnerable and burning. Now vulnerable come from the gas pumpkin, and the burning come from the pumpkin bomb. So together, the big one would be big. So I would like to take the big one. And last but not the least, when it comes to this one, bombing is good for the soul. It restores the spirit. Now, will I go into a spirit issue? I do not know. So maybe it's good to sort of like do that too. Next one is that movement power buff. I'm not in the movement. Third one is the multiplier. I think this is not bad as well. If I don't have spirit issue, I do not know. So usually I'll go ahead with whatever this one is now. So I have got a build. Now, the reason why I talk through all these things is that, I hope some of you gonna appreciate the thinking process behind, because I can only make that many guys for that many heroes, but ultimately once you learn the way, you can actually do a lot of things by yourself without people telling you what to do, or what gear to use anyhow. All right, so now infinity system, right? So just remember I'm strength and speed. So now let's go for it. Strength and speed, so intelligence, I could take the crit chance. I'll take 150, nothing more than that, because all right, so that is 1. Strength and speed. So this is strength. What will I lose? I'll lose a brutal chance. So now the thing is that I could put 6 here, but then I would not have my brutal chance. I think what is going to happen is that I will have to sacrifice one of them in order to get this. Strength hero is lousy because we lose the chance of the brutal. Intelligence also lousy. So speed is the one that I have to watch out for. Now, are there anything nice here? There aren't really things that are nice here. And cooldown reset, the mech kit reduce cooldown here and there. Signature reduce the cooldown of ultimate. I think I can probably sacrifice this part. Next bit of it, do I want fighting and whatever, healing and stuff like that? Well, the reality is that I don't really fancy this guy. I don't really fancy his guy. Well, then I think if I feel fragile, I probably would go for the health on hit, but this is yet another one that I may want to skip, right? So this is durability. Durability is always nice. The base health is nice, and also all these are not that terrible, but I like the health part of it. So what I'll do is that I'll probably invest some here, 150 of them, just to make sure that my health is fine, because I remember Green Goblin is a little bit fragile. Now it's 31,000, which is not that bad. Speed wise, I just get 6 of them, no big deal. 6 of them here, done. I don't think I need the rest of it. So now I've got kind of like surpluses. So what I'll do is that, like I say, I would like to go for the brutal chance, and I'll do 150 on this one. So that is nice. Then the rest of it, I could. There are quite a number of options there. Do I really want the? I could go for more crit. I could go for more kind of like crit damage kind of thing. So now how do I decide? Well, there are a couple of ways. Number one is that, well, I don't really have any artifact with me right now. So now that one I can decide in just a little bit. I'll tell you why. Because after I put the gear on, then I can tell whether my crit is doing all right or I need to do more about it. All right. Okay, from the hero synergy point of view, the fighting is no longer cool for those non-fighting heroes. So I'm going to take away War Machine. I'm going to take away this guy as well. Well, this guy probably I can do without first. Now I've got 3 more points. 3 more points. I would like to go for the go a little bit faster if you don't mind. +1 to speed, +1 to strength. That would configure my my Green Goblin to be attribute boosted. The crit is nice. I will go for that, and I think I'll go for the Black Bolt as well. Give me the crit hit rating. I may go for Black Bolt. I do not know right now. Versus boss is nice as well. Actually, I don't mind this one for the time being. The Moonlight is for the crit, for the physical. I like the crafting kind of thing, so why not? because I kind of swap in and out and get a little bit tired after a while. These are all crit and stuff like that. This is very relevant, physical and energy. I'm hybrid and brutal and so on and so forth. So that's done. I'm happy. So now that is part of it. The next part of it is the painful part, which is to sort of like get the gear, you know, to the right places. Now, before I do that, I have to go through the not leaderboard. I have to go through the stash here and look for my old core, because in the past I have a core, and the core means the catalyst right now. Now I do not know why Gazillion, in their infinite kind of wisdom, you know, when they upgrade or downgrade whatever it is to catalyst, why can't they make it a little bit more friendly, that they will put my current one there instead? I have to go and find it here. Now of course some people say that, well, you could just get all these things and put it into your hero stash. There's A, provided that you have hero stash, which I actually do have, but B, also because they move one of my stash full of catalyst into this overflow as well. I have got no idea why they do that. So I can't just move things around like that, so I can't. So I'm still trying to look for the items I have, and now imagine whatever you're seeing here is just for one hero. And you sort of like understand why veterans after a while just get fed up and not playing this anymore, because that's one hero and I have to do 60 of them, so this is one of them. Now I can't remember if I have one more. I may have one more, but I just can't remember for the for the life of me. So I just scroll pretty fast to see whether I've got one extra one or not, because I usually have a health costume together with the DPS costume. I may have one though, but I have to search, and nope. All right, so this go in here. Okay, so that all well and good. He's a strength and speed, so I have to look for a pet for him. Now no longer 2 packs to rule the world, which kind of not nice. I mean, I missed the day whereby just 2 pets will do. Now I have to look for the speed and the for the speed or strength. So you know, I think I'll go for the speed here. I've got one that looks rather decent, which is a cow. So okay, so that's fine. I've got this one here. So after that, I need to start my operation to upgrade and transfer. So I've got this gray 66. I think you can use it. All these are 69, and that's fine. So what I'll do, now see, the thing is that this is not even kind of like relevant anymore, because it's +1 fighting. I don't use +1 fighting, so I have to again find another one to deal with it. But let's do it one at a time. So now this is something that you have to pay a lot of attention. Try not to make mistake from here, because it's really important. Now because for Green Goblin is a speed and strength hero, I don't really see a lot of speed and strength artifact, if at all. This is the only one. Strength one, and with hybrid, not many, because he does physical and energy. Speed with non-movement, not many as well. So the design of artifact, in my opinion, is not that Green Goblin friendly. So I dug through my stash and found that maybe I just put in Gem of the Curse, which is I rewrote it. So I spent time rewriting, by the way, because previously I have all this sorted, right? So now again, remember, I have done it before the video. This is not that fantastic, but I just put it in for the time being. And this is also not fantastic, but it's the one that has the plus speed. So these are, I think it's a downgrade from what I had. And also I'm going to use a Green Goblin medallion as well, to see how it goes. So I need to transfer blessing. The weird thing is that if you put 2 blessing here, like 2 of them, no blessing, they will still eat you for like 95,000. So don't do that kind of thing. So you have to do it very, very carefully. After that, I need to unbind it as well, because I will need to recycle this one for another hero, because these are decent artifacts. These are not terrible artifacts. So I have to make sure that I'm very careful on what I'm doing here, and not to make a mistake when I'm doing all this transfer. All right. So I've got all the artifacts. No, hang on. Yeah, I made a mistake there. I've got all the artifacts sorted. I'll just keep it there first, and I'm going to upgrade my you know, all these things, just stats, man. You know, I think I hope at least you get to understand the kind of like you know, pain that some of these veterans are having, because these are just stats. These are not really anything that's going to change the way that I'm going to. Well, okay, see that's what I mean. I don't have enough money. This is not the thing that is going to sort of like change the way that I'm playing the game. It's just, these are just very much like just a I mean, I'm trying my best trying to make it work like it was once, right? So what does the biggest update ever done to me except to disrupt the whole thing? I can't even play my hero without going through all this pain. So now that is sorted, so I'm like, you know, at least I'm trying closer to where I was before. Last but not the least, I have to sort of like look into things like the, let me just take a look at the, what was I trying to see here? I've got all these things sorted out. I need to see whether I've got a better core or not, because I've been playing a little bit, so I may come across some of the core, but then because everything is so mixed up. So this is speed is good, but the bad thing is that it doesn't have the spirit regen, which I really need, so I can't really use those. And the I don't think some of these are still the old one. You see, the thing are pretty messy right now. I think these are still some of the old one here. Okay, so this is nice, but it's intelligence. See what I mean? I mean, there's a lot of things that, you know, just not that friendly. So you keep farming, it's just stats. Sorry, I mean, I keep repeating myself, but really there's nothing, a lot of fancifulness to it. So, okay, fine, I'm just going to leave it whatever kind of like a downgrade I have thanks to this biggest update ever. Now, the next thing is that how's my crit? Do I need to have more crit? So I need to look into energy and range. It's very hard to combine. Usually I have a spreadsheet to help me to keep track of where I am. But if I just take a look at the energy crit, is 48.9%. 48.9 is all right. It's not as high as I would want to. Do I need more crit? Probably I need more crit damage. Now, if you look at this guy here, it's low key. So, you know, when I do a lot of swapping, I just make sure that I get it back what it was before. Now, so I think I can live without, I don't think I need more crit, but I think I don't mind the more crit damage, kind of like things coming from it. Okay, so I got it sorted here. So that is the 30% crit damage, which I think I will need that. On top of that, I think the extra one that I have, then it's either between the strength, which is deflect multiplier, or speed, which is dodge. So none of these stats is good. So, you know, with the surplus I have, I should actually dump it onto the dump into one of those things. So I tell you what, I mean, dodge, between dodge and deflect. And okay, what hero am I? I am a dodge heroes. So, you know, I don't know why I'm a strength here, because deflect is rubbish to me. My deflect is close to 0, I think. If not 0, well, my deflect is pretty low. Yeah, so my deflect rating is quite low. My dodge rating is quite low. So I'll just take the of the two worst one. I'll take the speed. So I just pump my speed here. Not many I can do anyway, and I can just fire and forget. No need to worry about it. I am going to just play a little bit of curse. Usually what I do is I do some testing in the terminal, and what I'll do is that okay, I've double checked, I've got it all sorted here, and I've got the thing activated here as well. Take a look at the ultimate. I don't think they have changed the ultimate, so my Goblin is good to go. Just to repeat what it can do is that let me just head to the Odin Palace. Alright, so it's cosmic. So he can do like a lot of bombs here, like the fire, the burning, the vulnerability, the toad, the big one, and the hallucination, and the signature as well. So this is going to be a fun time, I hope, for you guys. So this is hallucinate and a bit, you know, thing here, big one, and well, this beam is just like a beam. That's all. All right. Oh, wow. So this is the one that I could. I thought there's a cooldown somewhere. Alright, so hallucination. Well, it's rather effective though, I must say. So I am going to do a little bit of like, I'll do a signature here. Right, signature goes something like this, and he does this bombs everywhere. He is awesome, actually. I'm hoping, for those of you from the console world, I'm hoping that soon you get the, your Green Goblin. It's rather fun when it's working. Now, I'm a bit confused here. I thought I could, hang on a second. So that is the one here. It's rather nice and effective, I would say. Now, I am a little bit confused because I thought this is okay. So this one I can spam. This one I can also spam, which is nice one. All right. So why is there so many bombs everywhere? What is he doing, man? He's on steroid. Okay. So this is the signature. There's a big one. Not bad. I managed to down it before the summon. So this build, so far, I'm rather pleased with it. There's a sufficient amount of crowd control like this one here. And so now it's hallucinated. And well, to give you a big one, how about that? You like it? Well, a signature, how about that? Right, so that is a signature. Yeah, just a bit slow, the bombing of it. The thing is a little bit slow. So let me just continue to work on this side. This one I spam, right? So yep, this burn. Okay, let me see. This guy needs dispatch. 1, 2. Toad. Right, that's the signature. A lot of bombs, more bombs. So far, so good. I'm liking what I'm doing right now. Hope you guys liking what I don't know how many of you actually stay on until now, because this is not exactly an entertaining kind of like oh, you know what? I forgot. Oh no, actually, I'm fine. It's not exactly an entertaining kind of video. It's more like just showing you what you can do, kind of thing. And I need a new catalyst for Green Goblin. I mean, consider the fact that the artifact is really average. This is not too bad, actually. I mean, because I've been playing other heroes for the same terminal, so I sort of like. I mean, is this the fastest? I would say no, because my gear is not really that great. What in the world is so many explosion here? Is it even supposed to be like this? What? How? Wow! Goodness me, I got stuck there. So, well, anyway, sorry screaming. That was, somehow I was stuck there. I have no idea. Why? I sort of like very distracted on, why is there so many bombs everywhere? Is there a bug somewhere here? Maybe there's a bug, no? Yeah. Okay, man. Ultimate. So this is the ultimate of Green Goblin, which is very effective. I think nothing to. Yep, that's it. Really kind of like effective on the out. Well, this ultimate is good. So if you really like Goblin, you can actually put all your ultimate token. But then again, they may change. This game, I mean, they always like. You know what I feel? I feel that they. I don't think there's a lot of change to Green Goblin from the biggest update ever to now. I mean, before the biggest update ever to now. So my prediction is that they just haven't done the so-called quality of life review, which I really hope that they don't, because they always messed up the whole thing with a new kind of like idea, the new team. But I presume they would actually do it before the console launch of this character. So anyway, I hope you got to enjoy a little bit of behind the scene, what I do, then do testing. And usually after that, I'll do a video guide for you all on these heroes. But normally I'll test a little bit more to get a little bit more comfortable with the build and rotation and so on. But yeah, I mean, anyhow, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.